It's Monday, February 24, 2020. I'm Yael Levi, and these are the Cryptosphere's top stories for the day. Crypto YouTuber Ivan on Tech has received a strike from YouTube. Is the ban back on? Crypto markets are back in the red once again. Where is the price of Bitcoin going next? And later, JP Morgan issues a major report detailing the global enthusiasm for blockchain. What a difference a year makes. Is the YouTube ban on crypto content back on? That is the question asked or alternatively pushed by the Cryptosphere today. During the Christmas holidays, many YouTubers such as Ivan on Tech, The Moon, Mr. Christoph, or Crypto Crown saw their channels getting blocked for a week. The main reason of what happened back in January is still up for contention. Google claimed a technical glitch was behind it. The bulk of the sphere called out discrimination and censorship. As of today, crypto online personality Ivan on Tech has raised concerns again when he tweeted the following. YouTube crypto purge is back. Our channel has a strike as soon as I started a new live stream. This doesn't make sense. Nothing dangerous or harmful was being presented in that stream. YouTube and creators or crypto creators, YouTube, please help. We need help on this matter. Share this. Very dramatic. Now, for more on what precipitated this tweet from Ivan on Tech, I'm joined in studio by BLOCKTV's Yona Hochhauser. And Yona, to begin with, which crypto YouTubers were affected by the alleged ban of today?
Right, yeah. So far what we know is Ivan on Tech got a 3-month strike, as well as crypto YouTubers Chico Crypto, who also was part of that original banning before the holidays, and Crypto Matrix. Those are just 3 of the big names that we've heard of so far. The scope is as yet unknown of who else got stricken against, if you'd like to say. But this does seem to follow similarly to what happened, like you said, at the end of the year, end of December. A handful, up to more than 20 crypto YouTube channels were blocked, were striked, where videos were being totally removed at that point. Now, back then when that originally happened, YouTube actually, after a couple of days, admitted a mistake, and they reinstated those videos. So far here, though, what we've seen on Twitter, like Ivan on Tech actually reached out on Twitter to the YouTube team. The team, YouTube on Twitter, said, we're still looking into this, and we'll get back when we hear more.
And other than that, any other reactions from Google?
Right. So BLOCKTV actually reached out to YouTube ourselves. When we reached out to them, they actually said, could you please refer to us which channels you were talking about? Seemingly, it's not a big issue in YouTube, or they're not aware of it.
Not as big as it is in the sphere. So
exactly.
We don't know yet. Yona Hochhauser, thank you for this report. The crypto markets are back in the red today after testing and being rejected yet again by the $10,000 mark. At the time of this recording, Bitcoin is trading at approximately $9,750, down 1.2% on the day. Now, the rest of the market is similarly sliding, with the big winner of recent weeks, Tesos, down nearly 7% on the day. Here's BLOCKTV's technical analyst Joe Saz with the breakdown.
Even in a clearly bull market, we've had this situation where we found ourselves in a little bit of a mess after overextending ourselves into 10K. But after this consolidation, we found a lot of support. And this was actually where I started to feel bullish. And, we got the move, but we just didn't have the follow through again. This is starting to scare me, because if this happens over and over and buyers keep getting exhausted, then the next stop is going to be a consolidation point, probably below 9,000.
What a difference a year makes. Remember JP Morgan and their past aversion to anything crypto? Well, no more. In a report published last week, the leading investment bank confirmed their belief in the digital currency revolution. It was already a surprise when the Jamie Dimon-led bank issued their JP Morgan coin last year after years of Bitcoin bashing. But the current report takes an even stronger stance. With more on what is in it, I'm joined in studio by BLOCKTV senior correspondent Asher Westrop-Evans. So, what are they saying?
All right, yeah, I mean, they broke down the fact into 3 different sort of main categories, similar to which a lot of people are analyzing this. The development of blockchain and how that technology is impacting anything from banking to all sorts of equities markets. They're utilizing blockchain technology for settlements, for technology. They said in a key line that while blockchain and technology has not yet emerged into the full mainstream, it definitely has moved beyond that experimentation phase. So really they're saying, from the infant stage, I guess, to maybe an adolescence. I don't know if
not mature yet, but definitely on the way.
Exactly, on the path. They spoke about the rise rise in alternative payments, moving away from a cashless society, very important stuff, mostly precipitated by Asia, which has led the charge. Not necessarily blockchain there, but just talking about that digital assets and sort of digital space. Then they developed into the information about stable coins and cryptocurrencies, focusing a big part on Libra, how that's changed the game and how that's changed the conversation, but also with some interesting references to Bitcoin, really developing how that market is breaking down. So we've got a couple of graphs here that I've picked out that I thought were key to what they were talking about. The first was the analysis they compared in the hype cycles of Bitcoin versus previously hyped goods such as the Nikkei, Nasdaq, and gold in various 70s, 80s, and 90s runs that we've seen. And we can see Bitcoin there, the smallest line there with the sharpest spike there at the front there, which spiked far ahead of any of these other previously hyped goods in the past. Even gold back in the 70s, which had a relatively exorbitant run, Bitcoin has even beaten that, and that's the 2017 bubble we're seeing right there as it climbs back up to potentially even higher spikes in the future. It'll be interesting to see how that one develops. Now, another interesting graph that I thought raised a lot of questions and answers about the way that JP Morgan is dealing with these goods and sort of understanding them is this here when we talk about, this is the risk-adjusted returns. This is sort of the risks and rewards that you're getting and showing that in the past, exactly, in the past, Bitcoin was a highly risky asset, even for the returns you were getting on those massive run-ups. But now, actually, compared with the S&P 500 and commodities in general, actually a lot less risky in terms of sort of paying off. It is actually starting to finally pay off at comparative rates. Again, showing a maturing market right there.
No, it's remarkable and fascinating, again, given that narrative from JP Morgan about a year ago. Asher Westerp-Evans, thank you for this report.
My pleasure.
The cryptocurrency-backed virtual world Decentraland made its official launch on Thursday, giving users the ability to spend real money on digital property. The project, which raised more than $20 million during its 2017 ICO, is now live on the Ethereum blockchain. BLOCKTV reporter Zaki Hennessy put on his virtual backpack and toured the Virgin Land, and yay, he's back with us now to actually, give us his impression. So, Zaki, what do you think?
Yeah, it's bad. It's very bad. It was
Don't hold back.
It was a chore to record this footage for you, but here it is.
Okay.
This is Decentraland. This is my avatar that I've created. He is somewhere between myself and a Ukrainian jogger. So that's kind of like
I was actually going to go with, why is your avatar dressed like a Ukrainian pedophile, but fine.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Anyways, so this is Decentraland. As you can see, it's just real beautiful in it. Silky smooth frame rates on a computer that could even run, Civ 5 very reliably with no stuttering. So this is peak performance right here. And as you can see, it's populated with other players. Oh wait, never mind.
Exactly, it's so lonely.
Yeah, there's nobody there. I actually, in my tenure in Decentraland, I actually encountered one other player, and he would not speak to me, ran away, and then logged out of the game.
Okay.
So that was a fun experience. But anyways, it's garbage. It's not fun, and even though it's got $160,000 in trade volume right now in terms of the assets that you can buy.
What can you do in this thing, though? I mean, I see you running, clearly.
Yeah, you can just kind of zip around.
I gotta ask, though, why flip-flops, man? Why flip-flops?
I went for the flip-flops because it kind of gave me a little bit more style. I was going for like a Lebowski kind of feel.
No, that's important.
But you see, there are these little blocks of park space that you can kind of purchase for real-life money that you worked for at your job. And you can populate those with buildings and fun little toys that others can then go look at and not know how to interact with. And that's kind of, here you see, it's just really...
And it's barren, and for now, basically, you're waiting for waiting for people to, build this virtual land, right?
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Otherwise, it's your country.
Yeah, I mean, you can just kind of cruise around in it and do nothing.
Okay.
You could dance in it. There's a dance thing that you could do, and you can also, wave.
Did you try the dance thing?
I did. It's just like...
Yeah.
It's not great.
No, but it is your expert opinion, Zaki, that we very much value when it comes to, the virtual world. I want to thank you, and please, somebody join Zaki in that virtual world. Is this the mainstream adoption we all have been vying for? It is for those still watching The Simpsons, arguably. The world's longest-running television series gave its viewers a brief cryptocurrency explainer in an episode titled Coin. The show dedicated no less than 80 seconds to educate its viewers on the basics of digital coins. In its animated way, it used Jim Parsons, who played the iconic Sheldon Cooper on The Big Bang Theory, to explain how digital assets operate. Now, believe it or not, The Simpsons have gained a reputation as the show that predicts the future, having done so in the past with predicting the invention of autocorrect, the Ebola outbreak, and even the presidency of Donald J. Trump. If the same is true about cryptos, time will tell, but for now, here's Professor Frank with what it all means.
For cryptocurrency to work, we need a record of every transaction that occurs. These are recorded in what's called a distributed ledger.
I'm a consensus of shared and synchronized digital data spread across multiple platforms from Shanghai to Grenada. Each day I'm closer to being cash of the future, not in your wallet, I'm in your computer. Oh, yeah.
Time for Troll of the Day, and today, closer look into Wikipedia and its plea for funding and then some. Zachy Hennessy back with us.
Yeah, so Wikipedia co-founder Jimmy Wales said that cryptocurrencies would not add anything useful to Wikipedia. This was all in response to possibly actually paying the hard-working volunteers that make Wikipedia run in crypto. Now, he added, if you take something that is a bad idea and put it on the blockchain, that doesn't necessarily make it a good idea. Ooh, Jimmy. He also said that he has not seen a single practical use case to convince him to integrate cryptocurrencies or blockchain into the platform. Really, Jimmy? Not a single one? How about the fact that Wikipedia has been accepting donations in Bitcoin since 2014? So when it comes to gaining crypto for yourself, you're all for it. But the second someone asks you to actually compensate your free worker slaves, you're all like, nah, Bitcoin is a scam. Shame on you, Jimmy. Wales, Jimmy Wales.
Exactly.
CEO of Wikipedia.
No. Exactly what Zachy said. Thank you. That was Around the Block for today. Thank you for watching. For more blockchain, tech, and cryptocurrency news, visit us at blocktv.com.
For more news and updates, follow us on Twitter